ONPASSIVE 360, the 12th of July. We have a special guest that you can see. Andy Berks. Yeah, crazy Andy's here. Anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to go through like we always do. I got to go check my YouTube channel, which is popping up right now. And I'll turn over to Red and I'll be right back.
Thank you very much, Marty. Hello, Chris Johnson and my sidekick from the UK, Andy Berks. How are you, my friend? Good to see another UKan on here with me. We need to swell the numbers.
A UK, and I love that. Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks, Rick. Yeah.
It's a sticker, that's for sure. It's going to be in the Oxfordshire very shortly. Courtesy of our good friend Chris Johnson. But to be here, everyone, on another ONPASSIVE 360. We've got some good updates and bits and pieces coming your way, and always we'll do the week in review as well. And we're going to quiz Mr. Berks himself on various little bits and pieces for some light entertainment as well. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Mr. Chris Johnson.
Thank you, Red. Thank you, Marty. And Andy Berks, welcome. You're always, I always get a kick watching you because you're funny, you're comical, you're serious. We know you're the numbers guy. I love talking about numbers and blowing us all away. Glad to have you here. It's always our special privilege to have people on here. And it doesn't happen a lot. Actually, you're the first, let's see. I think he's the first under Ash Mafar that's been on here. If I'm not mistaken, we had Ash, we had Muhammad. I think you're the first civilian to come on here, Andy. Well, what an honor and privilege that should be, huh? Anyway, happy birthday to anyone that's got a birthday today. I did not look at them. I got some things blowing up on me around me lately. So as soon as Marty gives me a thumbs up, I will hand it back. There he is. Bye.
All right. A couple of things that I have brought up on my lives the last few days is do a couple things that can enhance the amount of people that come into ONPASSIVE. And a lot of people say, well, I want to do what you're doing. I want to do what he's doing or she's doing. Listen, some of the stuff that's being done by some of the people takes some years to learn how to do. But like I said, there's something all of us can do collectively that will make a huge impact in the pool of customers and founders. I mean, customers and resellers. Here's one. I said, go to YouTube every day. They put in a new video. Make sure you watch it all the way through. Give it a thumbs up, and then make a comment. If you like it, share it. Now, one person doing that, no big deal. But if you can get thousands of people doing that daily, it's one drop of water times a million drops. Next thing you know, you're carving out through rock. And if we all did that, it will make an impact, guaranteed. I looked up the algorithms for YouTube and how they work, and it's exactly what I just told you. Not percentage of a video, watch the whole thing through, give a thumbs up, make a comment, and if you share it, that's cherry on top. Now, I want to add to that, and I didn't do this the first time because I didn't realize that it does matter. The Twitter account for ONPASSIVE, a lot of videos go there and they don't go to YouTube. And I didn't realize that until the last few days. I'm watching, there's a couple videos here, but they're not on YouTube. Go to ONPASSIVE YouTube channel and look at the videos, the differences. You can give a thumbs up or you like or whatever you want to call it. And you can make a comment or you can retweet it. If you do that, that's a big, big deal for the company. And if there's a big deal for the company, it's a big deal for you. Why? No one can enter into ONPASSIVE except through a founder. Think about it. Now, another thing I want to bring up, anybody out there that are pretending that they're doing MLM and they're struggling, and I know you're struggling. I did it like 15 years solid, full time. It's not easy, and there's a good chance you're failing. I'm not putting you down. Numbers don't lie. In ONPASSIVE, if you came in and you wanted to be a affiliate, it costs nothing to become an affiliate, and you come in, yes, you can buy traffic, A1 traffic, people that are actually looking for the business, not this, you pay for this trash leads and all that. The other thing is you also be part of the pool. ONPASSIVE is marketing daily all over the world. Really big right now in Dubai, as you know, everywhere. Now moved to Egypt, Singapore, wherever. We're everywhere. India. Anytime somebody comes into the pool, they are being dispersed to the founders. Also, this pool and this tank will be dispersed to the affiliates. Okay, remember that. Also, you will be part of that pool. So if you think it's too late, you are sadly mistaken. You could get in this business now once and for all, not be the 98% that die on MLM, but you could actually build a really nice income in ONPASSIVE. It's not too late. It's not too late for a long, long time. This is a massive company, online, offline, educational, environmental. It will be everything you could think of will be part of that. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Red, and I'll be back.
Thank you very much, Marty. Quick hello to Rupert Paul, who's putting some lovely messages in my YouTube channel. Thank you, Rupert, all the way from India. That's very, very kind of you. So, as always, then, obviously, I'll talk about a couple of things. But before we do that, let's just do the weekend recap of what has been happening in ONPASSIVE land over the last 7 days. As I said on my live earlier, and I say on a regular basis here, it really is amazing when you go over 7 full days of ONPASSIVE, actually how much has happened. This week was exactly the same. A lot of things happened, and it's amazing, really, isn't it, that we think there's a long period of time in between things happening, but hey, it isn't. And this is why I go over this recap on 360 to bring you up to date with what has happened. So last Wednesday, then, we had 360. We also had another 7-day extension on our O Connect and our O Tracker. That was for last Wednesday. Thursday came about. Nothing to do with ONPASSIVE per se happened, but Threads was launched, which was a subsidiary of the Meta universe of Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. He released Threads, and our CMO Mohammed Nassal was right on it. Within 2 hours, he had put up a ONPASSIVE Threads account and also his very own Threads account. So not only now are we officially on, I think, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, but we're also on Threads as well. So that was great. And obviously from our last guest we had on 360, which was on Alicia Maguire, we had on for Jane and I on Monday Funday. She is the Twitter, she's the TikTok queen, and she's doing all of that as well. Friday came around, we had a new pop-up in our back office. Why? Because Friday the 7th of July was the day that our competition winners were meeting at the Hyderabad office over in India. We also know that our CMO Mohammed Nassal was also over there with our COO Mohammed Kamal. He was there in Hyderabad as well, and we had a live feed through O Connect for us all to view that, which was fantastic. We also had, hopefully you guys would have received it as well, we also had emails to all of our accounts inviting us to that. And it really was a very great event. Also on that event, we were told by our CEO, Ash Mufarah, that there was another event coming that was either going to be going live on Saturday or Monday, plus other information as well. If you want to know what this is, there is an update in your O Founders back office in the update section. That is there for you all to read. And also Marty did a recap of that. So we also on the Saturday we had the live event news and all the rest of it and the recaps. Sunday, not much happened on Sunday, guys. It was a bit of a day off. as far as ONPASSIVE was concerned. But Monday soon came around, and what happened on Monday? We had a brand new website. Now, I'm putting this out there to you, is if you have looked at this website, myself personally, so far, of websites that I've seen that have come out of ONPASSIVE and OMedia, this is the best one for me, in my opinion. But I want you to think a little bit about why is it so different from all of the other ones that we've had out there? Why is it feels different in some way, doesn't it? Well, for a start, it scrolls left to right rather than up and down. Have you noticed that? You're scrolling across like this, like you do on your mobile phone when you're swiping. Okay, this is a left to right scroll on it rather than an up and down one. Also, I noticed that they'd switched once again the registration and login tabs at the top. I'm sure they're doing it just to check if anyone's noticing that they are switching it, but they had done. Also, what I really liked about this is they always have a video graphic on it. I love the blues, the dark blues, light blues, the squares, all making a scene. But in the back of that, did you notice that that video is a guy who is scrolling in the background in a virtual screen of the ONPASSIVE products? It's got a little, you know, like some of the sci-fi movies when they're moving stuff around on the screen and swiping across. It looks just like that, but the background video is showing all of the products of ONPASSIVE and a wheel that he's spinning round and all that. When you scroll down as well, there's more of that scroll across, there's more of that tech behind it as well. Absolutely loved it. But also, did you notice there is the hyperlink on it that says win with ONPASSIVE? It's the hashtag hyperlinked with win in with ONPASSIVE. Why am I bringing this to your attention? We know that maybe the week after we have this new web page, about a week after, maybe 5 days after, we get the new link in our My Link section of that website that was the week previous. This is going to be an amazing link for everyone out there to use. Why? For number one, that link is coded to you. You can advertise that link and all you have to say is click on the tab that says win with ONPASSIVE. All the details of the competition are there for you. Remember, this competition is running until the end of July. We haven't been given the exact time, etc. or date, but we were told it is to the end of July. So that's going to be a really good tool to use. And I spoke about leverage the other day on my live. Marty was speaking about it yesterday as well on his live about utilizing ONPASSIVE for the things you need. They are providing everything that we can utilize for the benefit of not only the company, but also yourselves out there. So that was on Monday. And it was also the start of this new competition that I'm talking about. All the details are on the pop-up in your ecosystem. And also there is many posts on social media as well, etc. for that. Tuesday, again, let's go to the ecosystem. I noticed on Tuesday there was a new video added into the video section. You know, that box on your main screen on the right-hand side? That is the new marketing video from OMedia with the eye wheel that is there. That is up there now that you can use. Again, Marty mentioned just a minute ago about sharing videos. This is, again, the hyperlink for that goes back to the ONPASSIVE official YouTube tab. And then we came to today, Wednesday, once again, another 360 and another update. That's it for the updates. One thing I will say, though, as we are going forward with what Marty has said as well, great to see Andy Berks here, by the way. He's a fantastic guy. Met him several times. He is exactly like you see him on screen. Exactly. Bit taller. He's a tall lad, but he is exactly the same guy. And it's a pleasure to call him my friend. And I also, you know, I always have good fun when we're around. as far as ONPASSIVE and all the official channels is concerned, I am going to reiterate exactly what Marty has said. You might not feel that you are making an impact by liking and sharing their videos. It is indirectly all going to help you and stroke us, right? The more this word ONPASSIVE gets out there, the better we are all going to be because of that exposure that is going to get. Remember, as Marty said, everybody has to come in through a founder. Even if those affiliates in the future get people through the referrals of the company, they are still under a founder. That adds to your team volume, and that is all going to benefit you in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, that's it from me. Chris Johnson, you're up next.
Wow, I just love following you, Red. Very good. Andy, once again, welcome. Talk about threading the needle. Little joke there. You know me, I'm a jokester. In the last 7 days, Red just gave you what's going on with the passive. Let me give you a little bit what's going on in the world, okay? 2 of the richest men in the world are crybabying over each other, wanting to threaten and sue each other because of the threads, which is really a good idea, to be honest with you. So while these 2 rich people are trying to get richer, Ash Bafar is going on and constantly building this company for all of us, not for himself, for every one of us. So I really thought that was very, very comical. About these 2 when I first saw that they want to stage a fight for what? I'll pay money to watch Mike Tyson fight again, but to watch 2 of the richest guys in the world argue about, hey, I want to be richer than you. That's not what a passive's all about. I want to let you know. So why these 2 genius guys are fighting over who's got the thread issue, who's better, who's is bigger, if you want to say it that way. Ash Bafar is going to slowly slide on passive in here real quietly and let everyone know. All right, you guys want to watch these 2 fight, or do you want to earn an income? Do you want to see what a online company that cares about people is all about? Now, that's what I seen. That's how my personal opinion. I don't know if these guys, but that's my personal opinion. I mean, to watch people that are so rich, and I'm sure they help people out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to judge them, but to watch 2 guys that are so with so much money arguing about, because someone came up with a better idea. I got news for you. They're probably both going to try to sue ONPASSIVE because we got all better ideas in all of them. And yeah, I'm going to get some, how do you know? I know because I've seen it. I know what's going to happen. And number 1, Ash Bafar's got a heart of gold, the gift of giving, where I don't think these 2 they don't got nothing, but okay, they're smart and they're rich. Who cares? Let me tell you something. I had an explosive experience yesterday. Now, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but Marty will back me on this. For the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about my life. I got to get out on my boat. I want to go fishing. I want to do some magnet fishing, anything, not swimming. And it just something kept putting me off. So 2 days ago, and it was absolutely gorgeous out, I told Marty, even on the live, I said, I'm going out fishing. And for some reason, anytime I went toward my boat to hook it up to the vehicle there, something stopped me, whether a phone call, a neighbor. I called Marty and said, I don't think God wants me to go out that boat. I don't know what it is, but he don't want me to go. So ended up, I didn't go that day. So the very next day, and my problem is I have a little dog. I hate leaving at home. Marty loves when I say that. So I'm thinking, you know what, Chris? I went next to my neighbor, 88-year-old Jean. I said, listen, I'm not going to bring her over, but can you just let her outside? I'm going to probably come home about 10, 11 o'clock. I got to get out in that water. I knew there was a storm coming, but not a bad one, but it would turn out to be pretty good. Filled up my tanks. I got some sandwiches. I got some ice water. My dog wasn't happy like she is now because I was going without her. I get all the way there. I back up my boat, put it in the water. I start the motor. And honest to God, I'm not going to tell you those stories, but both my tubes, it's my dinghy, it's my tender I used to pull around with my 30-foot Sea Ray. And they blew up. And I thought that I was being attacked because I'm looking around and all I hear is a missile sound. I swear to God, that's what it sounded like. Next thing I know, boom, I'm looking, making sure my arms and legs are on. I think I just got hit by a bomb. All of a sudden I stand up and I hear that missile coming again. Same noise. And I'm ducking. There's people running toward me. Are you okay? I don't know what happened. And all of a sudden, as I stood up from the one I was sitting on, boom, it blew. So luckily, I never made it out. I was still tied to the dock. I would have got pretty wet and probably sunk a little bit if I was out in the big lake. And that's okay. Am I thankful? Yeah, God was trying to tell me for the last couple of days, don't go on that boat. Now I know what he was trying to say. Now, to turn this into an ONPASSIVE story, I've never, ever felt or been told in my mind that ONPASSIVE is going to blow you up. ONPASSIVE is going to sink you. I've always had great thoughts about it. And I thought about that. Yeah, I'm telling you, God was trying to tell me, don't go on the boat. He's never said, Chris, don't do this. Basically, he says, go for it. And that's just my personal experience I have with God. And that's what I want to tell you about. There's a lot of us out there, maybe you don't believe or you believe in something else. And I've always been told I don't feel vibrations, nothing like that. But something told me not to go on the boat. But nothing has ever said, Chris, get out of this. Don't do it. Because I believe in it. I believe in it because as I watch these two rich guys fight and argue who's better, who's bigger, who's richer, Ashmafara is building something. He's building something that you're not going to believe until it actually happens. And I totally understand that. Now, do we know, we see a little bit here, he's been very transparent. Do you know what he's doing today? He's working his butt off again, not with just himself, with a whole army of people doing things that's going to blow you away. When are you going to find out? We're going to find out. I don't know, but I know I'm excited about it. I know everything that Ashmafara has told me. I'm like, wow, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and better for me. That's how I look at it. Now, can I keep everyone excited all the time? Maybe I can't, but every time he comes out with something new, it does blow me away. And that's pretty much what I got today. If you believe in something, even when people tell you, Chris, come on, it's not true. It doesn't matter. I don't let a person sway me. Even if they show me stuff, tell me stuff, I don't let them sway me. If I believe, I believe. And I've had nothing but good feelings or good vibrations that people say about ONPASSIVE. Is it going a little longer than I want to? Well, I think everyone can honestly say, yeah, I wish it was gone, but I don't wish it was going if things aren't perfectly right. And I know that's what he's doing to make it perfectly right. I don't want to sit in another explosion. Let's put it that way, because that one scared the living tar out of me. And if I had my dog, oh my God, I couldn't imagine it. But it also turned me in a different direction. When I got home, I tied up my boat, drove it all the way home in a storm. That was another reason God didn't want me to go out there. I came in. What did I say, man? I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset. Okay, God's saying you need another boat, maybe. So I started looking for boats. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. That's all. You just move on. Listen, when something bad happens in your life, I believe it's for a reason. Those two explosions, and I mean, they were loud. I didn't even know I could still hear it. It sent me in a different direction. When I got into an ONPASSIVE, there was an explosion that went off in my head and my heart, that this is going to take you on a completely different journey than you're not going to believe it. And to this day, I would say some of this stuff is hard to believe what Ash is doing. But the truth is, that's the truth. He's doing this for all of us. This bank that he's building up, where Muhammad said, let's do it as a team. Really not a bad idea, man. There's people out there that's been in here for 5 years, and what do they say? I couldn't get anybody. Yeah, man, we used to laugh about that. Oh, you got people, you just don't know it. So now we get to help those individuals through this pool that Ash decided. Man, I can't wait to go swimming in that pool, let me tell you. And bing, bong, boom. You people that said you only got one person, you got a lot more people. You just really don't know it yet. But again, you never had to do anything for this. Most important thing is none of us had to do any of this. And now we get to be a little team player and share some videos they made, make a little thing to win, up to $21,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars before that. He's given away before he made a dime in this company, before any of us. Someone said, oh yeah, he's good. Listen, anyone that wants in this contest that's watching now, all you got to do is become an affiliate. All right. You all have the same opportunity, whether you're a founder or a person that's never heard about this. You still can get in this. You can still get a free O mail, O trim, O net, 2 2 products, which is O Connect on a trial and O Tracker, which on a trial. Our first 2 paid products that I believe are coming out very soon. So don't and it doesn't cost you nothing. There's no money involved in that. He's saying, here, man, take 3 of my products, check it out, give him a test drive, but still enter my contest because I want you to win some of this. And it's pretty darn nice. So I think that's all I got. I'm excited. I got both my arms and my legs. And no matter, that don't scare me because I always go into the storm. And now I'm ready for another journey with another vehicle, which is ONPASSIVE and a new boat. Red, Marty, Andy, back to Andy. Andy, back to you, sir. Hey, Andy.
Well,
I am so glad.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
Andy.
go ahead, Andy, you go.
Wait. I'm so glad that Jane let Red come out and play with his friend Andy. I love that part. All right, Andy, back to you.
Well, first of all, gentlemen, and Chris, thank you very much indeed for the invite. I gotcha. This is fantastic. We have been doing some lives of an evening in the UK. So about 4 in the afternoon, Monday and Tuesday, we do question and answers, and several things have cropped up. One was about the competition. And what's interesting, or what I thought was interesting, was that you can encourage people to just go in for the competition, because if you compare this to the lottery, you know, the chances of winning the lottery is something like 150 billion to 1. The chances of winning something with ONPASSIVE is 100%, because if you log in and register and get to see what's going on and become an affiliate, as Marty mentioned, the marketing campaigns are going to fill your customer base without you doing anything. So it's a win-win situation. So everybody should share. Now, this is another interesting thing that I saw the other day, was that the ONPASSIVE's number of subscribers it was 405,000. This was Sunday. Today it's 426,000. Now, if you think about it, we've got at least 700,000 people, all are early birds, if you like. Just think if we each shared 3 videos a day on our Facebook. Now, we've at least got 1,000 people not part of ONPASSIVE that are on our Facebook. That's 700 million people we're reaching. Yeah, 3 times a day. Just think what the numbers could go to. So once it goes, it's very much like one of these compounding curves that starts off slow and then all of a sudden goes whoosh and disappears into the sky. Phenomenal. So share at least 3 videos a day, certainly on Facebook, but if you're on LinkedIn, do it on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever you use most. Excellent. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh, what we're going to try and do, Collins and I are going to try and do, and this will be a first for us, we're going to do some live events, short ones where we discuss each and every product. So we're going to give you features and benefits of how these things work, what they do, and how it's going to benefit you. So please come and join us. That'll be on our YouTube channel. So Chris and Collins. Thank you, gentlemen, again for inviting me. Back to you, Marty.
I love you, man. I love your numbers. Love your numbers, Andy. Wait a minute. Don't go to Marty. Look at, I scared him. Andy.
He can't, listen, that's not, you can't just do that and that's all you're going to be doing on 360.
Come on.
Andy.
We didn't give you a time limit.
Let me tell you a little story.
Hey, how about Andy, tell them that you lived in Dubai. Nobody knows that but us.
Oh, absolutely. I spent 5 years in Dubai and loved every minute of it. And what a lot of people don't understand is the connections that you have to be able to do anything in Dubai, let alone what ONPASSIVE has done, are phenomenal. Oh my word. You don't get anywhere without knowing the right people. And believe me, ONPASSIVE knows the right people. But let me give you a little reality. Right. I was invited to a webinar. It was actually about cryptocurrency. And interestingly enough, they had about 3,000 people on, which they maxed out at 3,000. But the main attendee, the main gentleman, first of all spoke in Italian, then in Spanish, then in English, and then apologized because he couldn't speak Russian, Greek, or German. okay. But he did a full presentation basically in 3 languages. And as I said, there were 3,000 people. I thought it was really interesting. Great. I spoke to the guy that invited me along to it. And I said, by the way, we have a video conferencing platform that's going live globally very shortly that will have an auto translate facility into 57 different languages. Do you think that would help you guys? Went, oh, absolutely. Can we have it now? It's nearly there. I'll give it to you when it's ready, by the way. I said, how many people want to come on one of these things? He said, let's put it this way. We have 350,000 people in the group. And most of them don't come on because they don't understand Spanish, English, or Spanish, English, or Italian. Okay, so we have a solution for you. And I'm going to give you that solution as soon as it's ready. Fantastic, he says, fantastic. Right, over to you then, Red.
They love me.
Am I putting people off? Or are
Andy,
everyone...
Andy, no. There's things going on behind the scenes here. Andy, tell people your why about ONPASSIVE. I don't think you've ever said that. Tell them right now. Only about 3 million people watching you.
Okay. I mean, most people know I've been in financial services for many, many years. And I worked for many companies over the years. I was looking to try and acquire some more customers for my business. I worked with a colleague, and he and I wanted to put a website together. We wanted to drive traffic to the website. We wanted to obtain leads specifically for the type of business that we were helping people with. So I looked at the website building, thought, I'm not a techie guy, so this is going to cost me. Right, let me see if I can do it myself. No. All right, let me look at the Facebook advertising then. Oh, I got so confused. I was then trying to link that with a sales funnel that I managed to build through ClickFunnels, but then couldn't link the two together. And I kind of almost threw the computer out of the window. So I bought a book. I read the book. That made me more confused. So I thought, oh no, I'll speak to somebody and they will tell me how to do it, or they will build it for me and I'll just crack on. That would be ideal. So while I was in the process of doing that, I saw an advert. I think it was Marty that placed the advert on Facebook. Thought, oh, this is interesting. Fully automated. Let me think about, okay, so it's going to build a website, drive traffic to the website, or specific targeted traffic to the website. Oh, okay. Right. So I signed up there and then. And then this fellow came back to me and said, oh, by the way, yes, we can do all of this, set this website up for you, build the sales funnel, drive traffic to the sales funnel, link it to the Facebook ads. You're going to have to put in, 10,000 odd for the advertising and what have you, but it's going to cost you 15,000 on top of that for me building all this stuff. And by the way, we own the data. You don't own the data. Hold on a minute. So what you're asking me to do is to pay out 15 grand to you to do this and another 10 for advertising. No, I'm not doing that. So, and then it was about 3 months later, I thought, oh, well, I wonder what's happening with this ONPASSIVE thing that I've registered for. I thought, let me start watching some of the videos. So I started seeing Marty's lives, watching Marty's lives and Mike Ellis's videos, and thought, oh, this is really interesting. And then the light bulb came on. You go, you idiot, you absolute idiot. You've wasted 4 months, trying to do what you've been doing for the last 35 years and, tearing your hair out at the same time. But, and then all I had to do after that was hear Ash speak, and I'm in, done, do. And it was just a case of, I don't need my financial services business anymore. All I need is ONPASSIVE, because hold on a second, if they're going to build me a website, drive traffic to the website, close the sale, deal with all the customer support and pay me for every customer that comes on board, it's called working smart, not working hard. So perfect. So yeah, that's how I got on, Chris.
Fantastic.
Sounds good, buddy.
Fantastic, Andy.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, people, all the heavy lifting's done by ONPASSIVE, every bit of it. So you don't even have to, that's why I remember the horror days of that MLM word, and they're not all bad companies. They're just not designed like they put out that everybody wins. Very few win. And even the winners, sometimes they're not really winning. If they stop promoting, they're done. It just dies off because it's not something that takes care of itself. Where with ONPASSIVE, what I really love, one of the things I really love about it is the products speak for themselves. How much do you have to say? They're already out there. They're being sold by the millions. And if you could be a better value and a better quality, what do you have to say? You're not reselling a widget. You're selling stuff that's out there now. By the, like Zoom, for example, that we're using the part of it here to broadcast. It's outrageously expensive. And if you look at the panel of Zoom, it's very complicated as far as certain things are in certain places that don't belong. And that's because they repaired. While they're building, they're repairing. Oh, we should do this. Oh, wait, maybe we'll try this. With ONPASSIVE, they put in everything that they wanted. Then they even asked the tech guys, if you had a want list, what would you want to add? And you let them do that. And then he made it so it's like a plug-in. So if something 5 months down the road comes in, a technology that ONPASSIVE probably invented, can plug it right into it. And it's not like a rebuild. And that's pretty cool stuff. And that's what the foundation of ONPASSIVE was built like, so that anything can come in at any other time. But okay, okay, I'm going to add him on. Anyway, that's all I have. Anyway,
Don't you think as well, Marty? Though, Andy, don't you think as well, though, as far as the products is concerned, especially when the products are consumer based, that everything that ONPASSIVE is doing is based on interaction with other people and other users. You know, how many times has Ash said about the use of Zoom compared to OConnect? There's no heart to it, there's no feel to it, and that is because there's no interaction. You know, you can't get a feel for the crowd with ONPASSIVE products. You get a feel for the crowd because we have the ability for them to be able to show their appreciation, to send emojis, to have resounds, all these type of things is interaction. And I think in today's society, people want that. I mean, you only have to look at why people are using social media, why people take selfies and post it. Why are they doing that? Because they strive for reactions of what they are posting. We are giving the consumer exactly what they want, to that interaction with other people on one platform in one place. That's, for me, is what the beauty about it is. It's not cold. It's not something that is just useful purposeness, and it is useful what is Zoom does and all the rest of it, but it just feels cold. You know, the colors, look at what we're looking at. It's all black around the outside. You know, the only reason the colors here is because we've put in the backgrounds ourselves in, but the platform itself, it's got no oomph about it, has it? Hi, Ash, how you doing?
It has no soul. It's mechanical. I mean, Zoom is just mechanical. I want to add one more thing to Mr. Parker. Come on. I'm going to try if the dogs will shut up, but they won't. Anyway, what I want to say is everybody looks at things like personal and all that. I believe with all my heart, ONPASSIVE will be a life support for many companies out there that probably have good products, but they can't survive. ONPASSIVE is that answer. I didn't see it in the beginning, but as I go on, all other companies are seek, devour, destroy. That's not ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE will give life support to thousands and millions of companies, no doubt about it, because we have what they need. That's all. We just have what they need. Anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you. I do like the topic, and I apologize if I just jumped in. I just missed you, and I thought we will just touch base. If you recall the other night, Dan Street on Roblin, 2 nights ago, he mentioned all his career, he was interacting with people directly, physically. And now, obviously, after he retired, after many years, he sees people just like icons, small images on the computer. And of course, it has a different effect. It still gives him the need or the thirst to have actual interaction with people. So this is where ONPASSIVE pays attention to those details. How could you, you cannot avoid technology. This is a part of life. It's not 1991 anymore, okay? This exists, but how can we humanize it? How could we make it more interactional? How can we make it more live and unboring? That's what we strive to do. In fact, for that reason, ironically, and believe it or not, we just rushed into finishing a tech meeting. Mr. Nazdal was supposed to come here because he said, tell the three of you, he didn't know Andy would be here. I'm sure he would thank you too, to say thank you, all of you for everything you're doing to help our YouTube algorithm and spreading the word about the contest and all of that. And I told him, come on. I didn't know if he's going to follow me or not. I forwarded the link to him, but if he doesn't show up, he tells you, thank you. So I did my job, you tell him, so I can keep my job. And, you know, basically we covered one of the things about OConnect, the part that you already know and see, is already more interesting, entertaining, and live, and you know, unboring than everything else on the market. Now, more we're adding. Remember, we're going to have like once a week update, upgrade, update, upgrade. Okay, permanently. So within the next 2 weeks or so, you're going to even have some more interesting things. Obviously, on the live paid copy, because we're not adding, as you know now, we froze what we have, but now going to the paid OConnect, you're just going to start seeing the progression as we go. The main discussion is to how the word crazy is being used in ONPASSIVE meetings quite often, and it's in bold and caps, like crazy ideas, crazy innovation, and we love it. We love to make, you know, some interesting technology, not just the usual. You can get this done anyway. But for example, like we were with one of the vendors in Europe in the morning, and they use Zoom. To be honest with you, okay, they were using screen share, and we thought that was really poor quality. I could tell the difference because now we're using OConnect. I said, can we please next time use OConnect, because it's really not that attractive when they share screen. It's not that good of a quality. So yeah, we definitely will impress you. That's no doubt about. Like within the entertaining aspect, more humanized. To the point, I'm going to add this because it's 360 and we can say things we don't say anywhere. To the point where, you know, some boring meetings or presentations that happens, not this one, okay, but in general, there are some boring meetings, like you're there, okay. So we created, okay, well, it's not done, but there is something that is coming in the display. When it's boring, it will break the ice in a way and make it more interesting, even if the presentation itself is boring. Speaking of the music background, speaking of the resound, speaking of all of that, that is done. But now something more about the display. So what's happening? So it's going to captivate the attendee in a way, even if the content is horrible, but you're amused by the display, the outlook of the application. And I promise you, there's not going to be one boring session with ONPASSIVE. So to all of you horrible speakers and attendees, I'm sorry, presenters and coaches, we got a place to fix you. Come here. You're going to be okay. But it has to be with heart. If you don't do it with heart, it's not going to be done. If you're money driven, it's just going to be cut dry and another transactional application. However, resound, you will be able to add your own resound. We've added more, okay? So they're more exciting now. We have more selections. The problem is you're going to be hooked. It's going to be addictive. By the time you play with it, like half an hour is gone. So there's not going to be a 30 minutes connect, but the good news is unlimited. And then background, you can upload your own. No problem, okay? You can make your sound and add it, presentation, all of that. So you have more options now, and they are there already, and you can add your own. It can't get any better. So you can add, like record. Hey, okay, for example, you want to do that? Captain Chris Johnson is here. You can do that, okay? And all you do is just click buttons and have fun. Let the machine work for you. Yeah, save your voice for the good stuff. Giddy up, Susie, or, so everybody will be able. How are we doing? Yeah. Hey, Jane. I mean, I'm trying. I mean, Chris. So that would be interesting. So what was the topic about today? I mean, I just want to catch up with you because to be honest with you, we have so much in our plate, and I kind of sneaked in here between meetings. There's another one coming now, different topic, but overall, I want to ask a question. If you don't have a question for me, and you can ask any question. Are you ready for an exciting ride? Because for a while, people are in such an anticipation and some anxiety mode. And we said it's a done deal, and we worked hard not to have to repair. I heard you talking about repairing. We worked so hard not to get to the repairing mode. Now, there's a difference between the past couple of years, beta testing and all of that is on us. We're paying. We don't complain because we're building organic technologies from scratch. But now it's a different game. Not necessarily the people I'm talking to here on the screen, but the general public is not going to give you mercy when it's a paid product, or when they adapt our technologies as a part of their daily activities or routine, whether in business or personal. So if somebody has an OConnect meeting, school, or business or interview or something, the last thing is we want to break or drop down or fluctuate in the quality or the security or anything. But we cannot take a chance. I'm going to remind you, ONPASSIVE, exactly like NASA, failure is not an option. You cannot send people to space and say, let's see what happens, and we'll find a way to bring them back. We'll think about it. No, you have to really meticulously perfect the plan and the testing to see it all the way through, and the return safely. So this is exactly how we see. So the question to you, so we've done our part. We brought it to the point now. We're about to give it to you paid. It's a big transition between free. Free is on us. It's the same work. It's all of that. But when it's paid, now you become entitled. Okay. You have that entitlement as a customer as a user of our technology. I'm paying for this. I expect this 365 days, or as long as you're paying for it, you expect a perfect 100% uptime, running, functional, stable product. And we cannot take a chance with that, especially the first, product. So yeah, we will make a big splash with the first few products, especially with OConnect, being there's nothing you can compare it to. There's nothing. The quality, I'm telling you, it just got up. So the paid is gonna get better. The display, the features, the entertainment, all of that, it just gets better. And every week you go, there's something more, there's something more. But the price is not gonna go up in terms like you pay for it, that's it. But we are gonna, there's a whole team is gonna work on the advancement as we go. But I'm not sure if the market is ready. Are they expected now? Because they might think, well, we can go another month. They, I don't blame them if they think that way, but they're not going to go another month without paying now. We've given it to them for well over 3 months now. Okay. And, we want to open shop. We've given so much, to the market, to the vendors, to the staff, etc. Now, I think it's fair for us to expect something in return as a company, and for those who really help to build this business and have a good exposure for it. My question: how ready are you? Or do you think some people will like now, oh, okay, take your time, they're just going to hide? Okay, it's not going to break the bank. It's reasonable.
I think there's certainly going to be people who are going to be nervous about it, Ash, because we've been in this journey for such a long time that actually switching over to the next phase, which is what you're talking about, I think it's going to be a bit of a surreal experience for many people, and one that's a bit like waiting for a baby to be born. You're expecting what's going to happen, but until it actually happens, then you actually don't know how you're going to react. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to react in a lot of different ways, but certainly excitement is going to be there, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Okay, fair enough. But it is real, it is happening, and we've taken a very long free ride. I mean, it's fair for us to turn it into a real business. The four of you now, if you want to begin alphabetically with Andy, do you like to open a topic or a question? Like, what's something take advantage? What do you think? You interact with founding members and users, something we can touch upon.
Hi Ash. I'm intrigued about OTracker, and I'm trying to learn more. Obviously, hopefully, when we have our own website sorted, we can link that then to OTracker. But I've got several friends and colleagues that have OTracker, and they're working their way through it. Now, obviously, there's a guide to help them, and my understanding was that what Mohammed Nazal has been able to do is to take all of the features from all of the other products out there and combine everything under one, and then add some more.
Add some more, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So
here's the thing we discussed today, ironically today also, it's going to be integrated when it comes to having your domain purchased from ONPASSIVE through ODomain, then it becomes already, you don't need to add on or to copy a plugin or something. So it is automatically integrated, the single sign-on factor, so everybody could have a use of it. So a couple of months until we have that service available to the public. I don't have a time, I'm not implying anyway, but it's going to happen in the near future. But when that happens, okay, you book your domain. So a part of the integration, OTracker is already integrated with andyberks.com, right? And the other factor, we asked for it to be integrated with OMail, and there might be OMail Pro, by the way. Okay, never said that. That's another product. But OMail and your domain name, the integration of OTracker, Andy, since you're interested, it will be, for example, you send out a broadcast, okay? You have a list of 1,000 people. You send a broadcast, you want to know what happened to your message to them, who opened it, who's engaged, who's really interactive with it, like who opened clicked the link, if you shared a link or a video, watched it, how long. So you want to get a forensic dissection analyst for your data or for your activities. That will be through OTracker. So that will be also integrated. So as an add-on to that. So in today's discussion, also previously earlier, we've talked about the integration of OTracker with OMail. It will happen. So
So is it with the
every free mail allow me? There's no free mail allow you to track. It will be a paid bulk mail, something, right? Yeah, but with OMail, you can actually track your message. It's incredible. You can see from what devices they opened it, where are they? If somebody tell you, I didn't see your message, you're lying. I got the data, I got the evidence, okay? I know what time, I know your IP address, I know what device. No joke, it's a receipt. I got the receipt with me. So I'm sorry, ONPASSIVE is like ruining the the lying. Oh, we have 16 participants. Where are they?
That's phenomenal. Thanks.
We never know how they get on here. It's a secret, I think, but
Oh, so they just get the.
yeah, we don't know how they get that link, but they
You want to
somehow-
see some names you may recognize? Maybe
Yeah.
the team.
How is it, Ash? Since I'm second in alphabetical order, how excited not only are you, because I can see it in your face, what about the team? How excited are they to actually show the world their work? They got to be going crazy right now.
Very, very good topic. Thank you, Chris, and I appreciate that. Well, truthfully, there's a mix of nervousness, and there is a mix of, you know, accountability, responsibility, because everybody, they have their part. And in the meantime, there's the time factor. You cannot deny it. All of that there, but yes, you're absolutely right on. There is a general theme of pride of us being able to pull off this technology for the first time and all of that. There's not one conversation that someone would say this would be you know, kind of disruptive, or this is outstanding or above or superior so and so, whether we're talking about OTracker, OConnector, or the other products that are not released, or OConnect, anything that we know what's coming and they know what's coming. So the attitude is there's so much pride with the, of course, the pressure is there because out of responsibility, but yeah, they have this confidence and this pride within, like, oh yeah, we did it, and we did it the best. I don't mind saying that one of the things, for example, we didn't want to go too far in the paid product of OConnect without having the disruptive AI components. So now I'm not going to say exactly, but a few of them, you know, are done. Now it takes time for them to evolve and mature. We know AI. We're going to start with basic AI, whether it's noise cancellation. And for the first time ever, you're going to have speech to speech, not on the recording, on live. We're talking English now. Somebody can have translation in Spanish in real time in real time. There is a latency, we call it seconds. You're not gonna mind it. You don't understand, what they're talking anyway. So that is, so you select the gender, the accent, male, female, and you're hearing in your language. Remember the recap. So nothing we say is shelved. Okay, we go to work. So when we were able to transform those ambitions and beautiful ideas and all of that, and now we're just like testing, tweaking, perfecting AIing them. I can create that term or verb. Lots of excitement, Chris. Lots of I think the most I can sum it up with pride. There's so much pride and confidence. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a great answer, Ash. Marty, it's your turn. I know you got a good one. Come on, brother.
Thanks, Chris. Buy a air pressure gauge, by the way. Yeah, Ash, the one I have is pretty close to what Chris said. With this this last 5 years for you, where you were, what you thought, what it developed into, what your thought would be. I would like to know how you feel today, not where it's going to go. You know, it's going unbelievable, but up to today, looking back, and I can only, I have some idea of some of the bad you had, but all summarized, how do you feel today about this painting that has been painted with you and the great team that you have?
Beautiful. Fair question. And what time is Roblin live?
9
Oh, no, I'm
o'clock.
kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I can go on for that, but briefly, definitely, I can tell you this humbly. I go to work without any expectation. I just know I'm going to give it my all, do it or die. This is, I don't care about the results. The results came out much better very early on. They came out much better than I would have hoped for. I didn't hope for anything. I don't know. I just don't. I go to work. I know this is my mission. I'm going to do it. Whatever happens, I'm happy because I'm working on my purpose. And that was the first phase. So I gained confidence with that. Oh, wow. So it's better than like, oh, I wouldn't even expect that. So this is good. The reaction, the results. Then who came on like yourself from, the public, the globe, that teamed up with us, that gave it another booster. And that gave me more confidence. You can only achieve more. So now self-confidence, add to it more because who are you surrounded or who believed in your vision, it increased my certainty about what's possible. And then, especially the last year or so, I would say 2 years, the people who came on board on the team side, on the corporate side, that took it to the extreme where we have this thin line between the supreme confidence we have until we think we're arrogant, like, because we're that confident, there's nothing we will say no to it. Everything is possible. Any idea, any great service we could do for humanity, for the public, for the users, for the market, we will do it, no doubt about that. We will be the first company that would care about, let's say, the deaf community or any impaired, community physically. So, for example, like who would ever bother to create technology for, let's say, sign language on a webinar application? Because they're not going to buy it. They're not, deaf people don't typically buy an audio, video, webinar, video conference platform. They don't buy that. So why bother? We will be the first company. because we don't think about how many customers, how many, if one will use it, we've done the service. So that is the distinguished thing, that as we go in time, today when I think about it, before I didn't have prediction, now I think there's absolutely no limit. There's no cap for how far we can go, and we're proud of what we do. We're not competing with anyone in any way. We don't down anyone. We would clap for them. There's so many services. I have nothing but respect for them. I will use them for as long as they're there or there's a need for them. I don't need to name a few, but there's several services. They're amazing. They're outstanding. They are who they are. So you may say, well, you're not going to be better than this. I mean, let's say people who say, how ONPASSIVE is going to be better than Google or Microsoft? Well, we're not in the same game. They're playing, this is software development. They are doing, search engine and, now some additional application. What they're known for is, and we're not even touching that. So how could you compare? We have a different game, and nobody in that game is AI with heart, is caring about humanity. It's not just about making money. They're good at that. They have 1, 2, 3 services. That's fine. But what we created is definitely superior in terms of, for the first time, you feel, I can trust this company. I trust this product. I know it's not just to use me and suck my money and time or data, which is precious. It's here to serve me, to help me, to save me time, to save me money, and to ease my life, to simplify my activities. So the confidence is what stands out for me. It just my confidence 5 years ago and my confidence today, I believe we're unstoppable. I mean, there's nothing can crush us now. Only God. I would always have to say that, because I'm not going to be ignorant and say, nobody. God can stop it, okay? But other than God, nobody can stop ONPASSIVE. We're unstoppable. I can't even stop it myself. Just don't feel bad, okay? So if there's an idiot out there, they're thinking they're gonna, shut down ONPASSIVE or other, I can't even stop it. Who are you to even try? So save your breath and time and go, bark in a different neighborhood.
Absolutely fantastic, Ash. So I'm last up then. How can you follow all that? It's amazing. I'd actually like to talk about the new website that came on Monday. Now, I've been harping on about this ever since Monday. I've noticed an amazing change in this new website.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the best website. And the reason it is because normal way of scrolling on a website or going is up and down. This is left to right. The visual behind it on the graphics has got a guy superimposed there in a video searching ONPASSIVE products like he's in some sci-fi movie. Absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to give my thanks to the O Media team, really, for what they're producing now.
The
And if this is the
marketing
start
design
of,
team, not O Media. This is
oh,
not.
it's a market. Is it different? Oh, marketing design team. Well, what they are doing at the moment for me is absolutely head and shoulders above anything else that you will see out there. And if this is the quality of what we will be getting our hands on as far as our web pages and through the domain, domain and all the rest of it, then it's just going to blow so many people's minds that they are going to have access to this quality. It really shows that we are in the marketplace as something that is far superior to everyone else. And I know that's what everyone is striving for.
So this is your favorite so far, Red?
For me, it is, yeah. And the reason that I liked it so much is because it made me stop and think, how do I scroll for a start? That was number one, is because when it came up, I automatically, when I scroll, I use my up and down arrow on my keyboard. I went up and down, nothing happened. I was like, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And then I saw the slider and I thought, oh, well, this is different. And so you slide it across. And it just made me think, everyone's going to be in that situation. But what it does do is it stops you automatically scrolling, if you get what I'm saying. Because you have to instantly think a little bit, it makes you take more notice. And when you're taking more notice of what's there on a page, guess what? You're reading it. You're actually becoming interested in what is there. And isn't that the whole idea of a web page, is for people to be able to read and get interactive and then make their own journey within a web page by clicking on something. It'll take you somewhere else, and then you end up going further and further down the rabbit's holes of what you're interested in trying to find out. I loved it, and for me, definitely the best one. So kudos to the marketing department.
Oh, thank you so much. And they are saying you're very welcome, Red and everyone. Enjoy it. One word. My favorite is the one that is coming up next Monday, this coming Monday, on the 17th. That's my favorite so far.
Looking forward to it.
And they're telling you, if you like this one, Monday's gonna drive you crazier.
I'm actually gonna have some side bets going on with them too, because they keep changing the registration and the login tab at the top, different way rounds. Sometimes, some weeks the registration tab's before the login, and other weeks the login is before the registration one. And it's one of my weekly games now to see which way round it is. So it's
but this goes
cool.
in line with like how unique we are. Like we don't have to, you understand, like we don't need to give like 4 or 5 websites a month, right? And every holiday, every occasion. Yeah. So this just goes, we don't calculate, you know, because you could just design one website a year. If you're, you know, you'll be fine. Like, okay, a year, just not one site for life. Okay. Most companies, one site for life. Right? And if you do it once a year, you're ahead of 90+% of all website designs. Doing it weekly, nobody does that. No one does that. And if we go another level, which we could, okay, as we need with OCreate and the ODomain and all of that, it just mind-boggling. Like nobody even would consider having multiple websites a year. Needless to say, a month.
Thank you so much, Ash. Not only for
So
your
how
time
can you
here
compare?
on 360. You
Yeah,
can't.
of course. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Any more? You can have a second one, bonus, refill. One more question. Narelle is here.
Ash, I don't have a question. I want to let you know, a gentleman named Roy Davies. All right.
Yeah.
Good old guy. Good friend of mine.
He's in Florida. I know Roy Davies.
He called me the other day and he had come across some money and he wanted to donate some money to buy those guys all a coffee in Hyderabad. And I said, I'd let him know. I go, but I think Ash has got that. He's got it covered, but I think they'll appreciate. I'll let him know. Great time. But what he did do, he said, okay. I said,
I like cash, Roy.
Yeah. Well, what he did
No.
is he turned around and he donated $400 to the Seeds Academy for their graduation today, which I was blown away. I didn't expect him to do that. But just to let you know, to throw out there, I told him that I would tell you, Roy Davies wanted to buy the entire staff a coffee and a donut or whatever they can get. And I said, I think Ash has got this, but I will definitely.
Very nice. We do have unlimited beverages, yes, everywhere. Okay, so not just coffee, yeah. So not once, so unlimited. So some members they get their daily lunch at our expense, which is all you can eat. Is not just like one cut dish. So it's unlimited food for lunch and snack, and of course, you know, at least once a week they have desserts or pizza or whatever. But some people that work a little overtime, they also get a dinner and transportation, all of that pocket money. But to be clear, because I heard somebody was like thinking that we give them once, or no, lunch is daily for the staff, hundreds of people. in Hyderabad daily. They have lunch daily, and a good portion of them twice a day, lunch and dinner, depends on how long they stay. And all day long, unlimited beverages, coffee, tea, water, all of that. And if you're thinking about 5, 10, 20 people, 30 people, a wedding, 100, 200 people once, that's a good effort and a budget, and you need to do that. So we have full-time vendors, who cater to that. So when you're doing that, like daily wedding, okay, with several hundred people, and unlimited beverage, no doubt.
A daily wedding. I like that. All right. One more thing. I got to say this, Rash. You
Health
ready?
insurance and all the benefits. Yeah, 100%.
All right. You ready? When you're all done, said and done, I think we're going to sit down probably by 2062 when I figured by the time you're really done. I wanted to bring something to your attention. You know, I love boats. You know that. You love that.
Of course. Yeah.
And I'm reading up this, and I wanted to tell you this last week, but I forgot. By 2027, the boating market will be $35.4 billion. Now, that's humongous, right? But what I'm saying is most people don't buy boats or bigger recreational vehicles because of gas prices. So I'm going to put a little seed in your head is I'm waiting for someone to come along that can design something where a boat doesn't take gas. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm going to be the guy that designs it. And then you just put whatever this mechanism, which I know you're going to think of, in there because people love to boat. And the truth is, the average middle class people, they can't even afford to get a halfway decent boat because of gas prices.
They've just released a hydrogen powered super yacht, Chris.
Yeah, but that's for super rich. I'm talking about middle class people. The one ONPASSIVE represents the poor, the middle class, and everyone. But look, he's already smiling. He heard 30.45 billion market.
Because we're on 360, and I'm going to break this down for everybody's level of intelligence. Chris Johnson, live on YouTube right now, he's asking me to invent a source of energy that can help the boats, cruises, yachts, anything sails in an ocean or water or lake, better and more efficient, fuel efficient, or something cheaper, or environmental probably friendly, I would assume. You want it free or like?
No, I want it free. Someone's got to make a little bit of ching on it.
What else? Belly dance for you? Like,
yeah, there you go.
Come on. This is not like, okay, I got like this brilliant. Okay. Oh, by the way, while you're at it, okay, Andy, can you invent like a car that can like spin and fly and dive and make food? And
this means he's thinking about it, guys. Don't let him fool you. He's thinking about it.
Well, it was Stan Mayer in 1999.
You know what? Since you said it, I'm up to the challenge. All right, just because it's you, Chris. Okay,
I will do it.
But this project, I will take nothing less than $4.
There you go. I'll put in the $4.
If you got that, I'll go to work now.
There you go. I knew it.
All right, guys, please. I know this is live, but try to cut the last 4 minutes, okay? Cut.
That cat is out of the bag, man.
Yeah. Do you see like how insane he is? Like he's hey. By the way, I know a couple of people who have cancer. Can you find a problem for that?
Yeah. I'm waiting. I was waiting for him to say, well, yeah, but you got till Saturday. You know?
Hey,
yeah. I'm glad he.
That's how much faith I got in you, brother.
Yeah. He gave me a
while. Faith I got in you. You once told me, you tell me it, I'll get it done. So I'm telling you it. You got till 2062, man.
No. If I say I get it done, I will get it done.
I know you will. Thank you, Ash.
But you tell me the idea. I'm going to be clear because some people are going to tell me, throw some ideas. They will come up with the ideas. So they might be good ideas, but I say that I don't have the ability to do them. So, but I'll say, I'll give it my all. Okay, that's different. I don't guarantee. But if I tell you I know how to get it done, it will be done. It's a done deal.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. What do you like to be done, Red? So
What would I? What are we
no
on the
more
subject
fuel
of?
for your boat.
Actually, there's electric boats now and hybrids on the canal boats.
Oh,
It's a boat of contention in the narrow boating community, I can assure you. But they already have them here in the UK for those, because obviously you can put all the solar panels on the roof that produces the enough energy for the electric. So
How
that's
about
already
this?
there.
We save the people on the ground first, and then we go to those who are on the ocean.
I totally agree. That's definitely got to be the way forward. 100%. Let's do that.
Yeah. You know, that's how I always think. You know why I always think fill your tank and then you go. I'm going to give you the analogy. Anybody been into an airplane before? All right. Have you seen that orientation or the presentation when before the flight or just while taking off, which is how to use the mask and in case you and the floaty, the vest. What do they tell you? If you pay attention, they tell you the oxygen mask to yourself in case you have children after you save your life. So we're going to think you are the main passenger and others are the children on board. Put your mask first, then to the children. That's what I think. So we're going to save those who are on the ground and fill your tank and look up to yourself. So the new term, if it's fair enough, after understanding the analogy, put your mask first. Once you're okay, you can plug it into the kids. Unless you have others, you can just throw the mask. My son is here. I would have said, I would have said, I don't want him to be upset about grandma.
No.
Yeah. Just in case and she's on flight. You know what? The mask has a hole, so.
45,000, Ash. Remember, 45,000. Oh, Lord.
All right. Are we done? One more question. Last question. Andy, come on, spill the beans. You got something? We don't
Well,
give
are we allowed to discuss what you
anything
mentioned
you want.
earlier?
Anything
Okay,
you
well,
want. You want to
you
stop the
mentioned
stream and talk to me? I have another 20, 40 minutes. I have.
you mentioned the next level in OMail. Would this be available for companies? Because at the moment, most companies.
Absolutely. You nailed it. Yep.
Okay, so
And it would be insane. There's going to be a feature that is not on the market. Period.
okay,
Not feature, a solution.
Right, okay, because most companies obviously have their own servers and therefore put their company at the company name . So we'll have that same facility then.
No, that's with the domain name to have your own
Right.
extension. So your domain name comes with also the typically, like if you go to a registrar now, GoDaddy or Amazon, AWS, okay, Amazon Web Service, any host, okay, or you register a domain name. Now that doesn't give you a mailbox with it, okay. You're not gonna have so that's an add-on. Webmail is an add-on service, like a whole new service, and they're not cheap. With ODomain, you get that extra, okay? But the interface, the mailing solution, okay, OMail Pro has components for businesses and for advanced features within the mail itself.
Fantastic.
I'll give you an example. How about instead of your marketing or your company, and instead of giving them a link to go to a website, you would give them a function or an action within or a transaction within the email itself. So instead of, for example, you're having a campaign for Obless, all right? Example. Within the O-mail, you can give an option, you know, chip in $5 or $25. You can give it, click there, it's connected to your wallet, bingo. Transaction within the mail, you don't leave, you don't click, you just like get it done within. So this is pro. That will be paid, but there's more. I can't talk, we're just public. I didn't plan anything. Otherwise, you know, my team is never going to let me talk in public.
Fantastic, Ash. Thank you very much, and thank your team for this wonderful work. It's extremely exciting. Every day is a
Well,
like a kid
I
in a
just
candy
have
store.
Chris to come up with some fantasies, and I go tell the team, got to come up with a solution to have the boat run on water. Recycle water from the ocean.
Well, I was also thinking about advertising too, you know, race boats. It's a big, big thing. We could have our own down the road, our own unpassive race boat. It's a big
Yeah.
thing and
I understand, of course.
big thing.
What's our saying? We leave no unturned stone. We flip every one of them.
Absolutely.
We're going to market outside on passive until we become the market. And then you don't have to go outside. It's everything within our lobby, within the house, in-house. And you build it, they will come. That's what we just said. We built it and they came. Can you imagine what's going to happen? I mean, can you imagine like with that, what do you call that? The YouTube contest. Can you imagine? This is like $20,000 plus, okay. Can you imagine you're given that per second? Like that much given away. So look what happens in a week or 2 weeks, you're just given 20,000. But let's put it this way, simple math. And we're using Zoom, so we don't have a calculator like Connect. So 20,000, how many seconds are per day? So 100, I mean, 60 hours time 24, 104, 1,440 times 6t, 86,000 seconds time 20,000. Slow down. $1.7 billion. Andy, you're the numbers guy.
Number of seconds per day.
So, well, we know that it's like 86,000 seconds a day. That's just a naive, you know, calculation that if we're doing that in 2 weeks, like you're giving away, you see the buzz that goes around. $20,000, it's a big deal. You know, some people are making 10,000 a few, but take that to the extreme, that 20,000 per second. But in a year, okay, or a month, I calculated that. So annually, if you give well over, let's say $2 billion annually, you're going to be averaging the 20,000 a second. You follow me? No, you're not following me. All right, if we have a show for 2 weeks, $20,000, if we run that ongoing, so that is not going to be 20,000 in 2 weeks, going to be 20,000 per second. If that goes on, some people are going to make that 20,000, and then you got a million people, okay, earning 20,000, 5,000, 300, 200, added up, billions a year, right?
1.728.
So what would happen if you're having a $20,000 per second contest? So he was talking about marketing. All right, so you're going to have to rewind this 15 times, but you will get it. Not my fault that I'm fast mathematically. So I'll break it down for you, Andy.
I got it. It's 1.728 million. So 1.728 billion.
If you're doing a contest, per second, okay, that's going to be billions annual, but I'm talking about per day, 86,000 seconds. Every second of those 86, if you're getting to that point, people are just going to be out of their mind. He's talking about marketing. Okay. I guarantee you didn't get it. What I'm saying is the marketing that we're talking about, put it on a boat show, on a sticker, on Burj Khalifa, on the playground behind me. All of that is one thing. But the marketing, once you put that ongoing around the clock contest, unlimited, it could be 20,000 per second. Example, there's no marketing needed. I'm just telling you. So cut this portion, rewind it 15 times, you will get it. Do that annual. So this is per day. Do that annual. Billions. Okay. What marketing are you talking about? This is.
Absolutely. Wow.
Cash flow. That
Give it
people
all
will
the
sniff it
meatballs.
a country, a continent away.
There goes all the meatballs again, Ash. All
Yeah.
the meatballs right off the table again. Very good, though. I like the analogy.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need barbecue sauce. It will smell miles away. Okay, so you can cut the part since I came in and repost if that didn't impress you.
It does, however, mean that if you've got 20,000 every second, that with the number of people in the world, their chance of winning is at least 10 times a year.
The point is, when you have unlimited contest running, let's say 20,000 per second, that's hypothetical, okay? It could be more, some seconds, it could be less, okay? But if you have that running all the time, I use the 20,000 because I'm just making a reference to the thing that we have right now when you get hundreds of thousands engaged. But when you have that every second, that cash contest running, I'm just saying it's a powerful marketing source. So don't get carried with the exact figures, okay? That's not the point. The point is when you have that volume repeated, more frequent, nonstop, unlimited. What's Robin's topic tonight?
I could ask. I have no idea.
It's Q&A.
Okay.
Or whatever you want it to be. They might be changing it. They might be changing it right now.
I want it to be, are you ready? Okay,
Are you
the
ready?
company's
You hear that,
ready.
Rob?
Are you ready?
He hears it. He hears it.
Company's ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Okay.
Okay.
And he's got.
Are you gonna show
those-
up on delivery day or are you gonna hide? I'm sorry for that, but some people will hide. Trust me.
This is Rob.
Oh, he's calling you? Or you calling him? So Red, what's your prediction the price would be for Connect?
Easy, Red, you're muted. Don't say it, Red, you're muted.
I went, oof, that's a hard one to try and figure out. It has it, whatever the price is, has to be in the marketplace as a comparison to something's around, but with better value, if that makes sense.
So it's a better value, and for example, 1,000 for what is it, Zoom? It's 340 plus. You need to get a license. I think it's like $14 a month for the conference, and so it's on the upper 300-ish, close to 400 a month, because we have this very room. You can go to the setting right here. If you came in as admin, this is 1,000. So you would see the monthly subscription is 3 something plus that added without storage. So it's a good 300-ish to 400 a month for 1,000.
If that's the equation for 1,000 people, and you're giving something that's better,
Superior.
or superior, interactive, all the rest of it, and even if you came in at 20% less than what is already there, then you're going to be you're on for a winner for sure.
And Andy, what's the biggest difference between ONPASSIVE and any other in terms of the cost? There's a big portion of, there's the cost, profit, and commissions. There's nobody give us commission.
And
So
there's
whatever
no other
our
company
price is, that include the commissions. Yeah, say it.
Yeah, but there's no other company that pays you to use the product.
There you
Which
go.
is what we will be.
Which ultimately, if you have a couple of users or sales, okay, that covers your subscription. And then anything after that is a plus. What a fun game, right?
You want to hear some good, Ash, you want to hear some good percentages?
No, before I tell you that, before Chris and everybody, pay attention, okay? But also the 1,000 attendees that can come to your ONPASSIVE or Connect are free users. They're not just a one-time, attend and you have no connection with them. You have the ability to email them. You have the ability to contact them, and they wouldn't attend until they create an ecosystem login. It's that simple. So you get 1,000 actual people with you. At least a good percentage of them over time will buy from whatever you sell or have to offer. And when they do, also, you make commissions, and they have the same opportunity. It's just mind-boggling.
Will they have to do an OMail? Will they have to register an OMail email in order to get into the OES then as a free user?
It's 2-in-1. So for example, if they want to attend, they create OMail. It becomes their login for the ecosystem. And that OMail login is if you log into OConnect by itself, if you log into Academy by itself, if you log into the ecosystem overall, it's all roads lead to Rome. Chris, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to throw this in there. One of my biggest questions that I get is, why would people pay for like OConnect? And I give it my reason, but I want to give you all a reason why. What's coming our way? Zoom right now is 900,000 business customers, 3.3 trillion annual meeting minutes. Okay. Now, 89% of people use Zoom for work purposes, while 63% use it for conversation with family and friends. These are the percentages that is going to, I don't think slowly, I think it's going to come when these 500,000 businesses realize that we have a cheaper a cheaper pay and a better quality and a better service. A business is in it to make money and save money. They're going to come to O Connect very fast. So all you individuals that asked me that question, I just gave you some pretty powerful percentages. This is Andy's job. Andy, you should have said this because you're the numbers guy, but this is what we're talking about. See, these are the things that a brilliant mind looks at, not just says, hey, we're going to do this. I got to believe in Ash's mind and his staff and the people that surround him have looked at percentages, marketing, everything. And then they do it. They just don't do something, I think they really look at it. But think about those percentages of businesses that are going to come into O Connect, I think within the first 2 months, once they really find out about this. So I just thought I'd throw it in there. Ash, I'm sure you're going to add something to that. I don't know, but go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to help Rob Gorman and Lynn Nakamoto tonight by putting the word out. Okay. Are you ready? And what ready means? Okay. Do you have the funds ready at the door? Okay. Some people have been saying, oh, I need a paid product. We gave you free product. Okay, good. We gave you the paid product for free. You still want more. So now, okay, we're ready. Are you ready? And we're hinting how much it is. So we're kind of eliminating the excuses. Okay. Because I do have a feeling that many of those voices will be silenced once you just like enable the cart, the wallet in the back office. So according to Red's calculation, we're going to go back to that question. You said, let's say they're $400, 20%, anything 20% cheaper, we will compete. Is that fair enough? So 20% is $80. $80, that's 300 left, 320. So if we sell O Connect for 1,000-seat unlimited sessions with all the features we have, if we sell it for $300, 320, we should compete with Zoom.
You have to take into consideration what the company's taking in and what you're generously handing out. So
that is my point. So 320 including we're paying out commissions. So that should like double outdo, right? Overpower Zoom, because 320, it's just like if you're buying the service. We don't know you. Okay. But 320 and you're a partner, is that a good deal? All right, so Redfern, I will tell you the price right now is, if you cut that in half for the first 3 months, it will be less than that. I'm talking per month. Cut the 320. More features, unlimited, okay, including commission, less. So the 20%, so we end up technically less than 50%.
And you're giving that to the founders.
50%. Yeah,
for the first 3
50% is 200.
Wow.
50% is 200. So if I told you it's less than 200, we're 50% cheaper. What if I told you it's even less? I'm going to tell you exactly how much less. All right. So what if would you say if we were 30% cheaper, that makes it better than 20% cheaper? Like we calculated 20% is $80 cheaper than the one, we're talking about 1,000 seats, not the 20,000. Okay, we're talking about 1,000 seats. So you said 20%, if we're 20% cheaper than them, we should compete. But what if I told you 30%?
Game
cheaper,
over. Game over.
With commissions. Now I'm gonna flip it. Watch. If you get this, you're the sharpest people I've met today. Okay. What if we're not 30% cheaper, but we're 30%? of the price. We're 30% of their cost, meaning 70% cheaper. So flip it. What if we are only 30% of what they charge? And with that, we give commissions.
That is insane.
You can do the math now.
I can do the maths already.
120,
That is
yeah.
insane.
And if you're not ready, you have no chance. You have no chance to succeed anywhere else. If you're not going to grab this, like the minute we say, go to the cart, to the wallet, you have no chance. Sorry to tell you that. You really have no chance. This is going to be 30% of the cost. What's out there, better technology, you get more products with it. You get ongoing added products in the marketplace with commissions, all integrated, single sign-on, done for you.
And is it still the founders would have that for a 3-month period at the beginning, Ash? Is that still intact as well?
We're going to give them $97 back to their wallet, plus some love, some more love.
That is just amazing.
So it will be, you add the 3 months, what's the cost of them, minus $97, minus the $10, the 10 credit you have, okay, plus more. And discount that, and you pay the difference, and we pay commissions.
My head now is all exploding.
And if you're thinking this is the stupidest businessman I've ever met, you are so right. You're definitely sharper than me. And that is true because no one would do it. And it doesn't make sense. It just would try just to stay in business. That's all we're doing. But in the meantime, it's a balance because you want to give more. You can't have nothing and give. You have to get in order to give back. All right. So let's go do some math, crunching some figures, okay, if you have a calculator, and it's going to be fun, 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 fun. So free ride is there for the tire kickers, okay, but for the serious people, it's going to be there. Let's see who's going to show up. Daily wedding. And daily giveaway, and let's say a daily contest, at least, not per second, then per minute or per hour.
I think I think you've said so much. You made Chris so scared he's had to run away. Look.
He went to count his piggy bank. Don't worry, you're gonna afford it, Chris. So if he is not on the screen, he's gone, or he's just like disabled the video. He dropped out.
Yeah, he's dropped out.
He might be his connection.
Yeah, I know that I'm looking at my YouTube channel at the moment in the chat area, Ash, and everybody is thanking you, is shocked at what you've just said, and they're absolutely blown away. So thank you to all the people who are watching.
30% of the cost with commissions, more features, more products, and a journey for life.
Chris lost the internet, pal.
Now he's gonna come back and tell me fix my internet, invent something.
Yeah, invent something. You got till Saturday. Yeah.
I
I thought you've already done that one, Ash.
Oh no. not in our game now. But I hope this helped in any way. I just thought we haven't talked in a few days, and I thought I'll show up. And Nazal wanted to come, but he has other commitments. Okay, but he said thank you for what you're doing, and we're cooking. So all I can say is, all right, company's ready. Are you ready? That's a question. The company is ready.
Somebody
Are
just
you ready?
somebody just texted me and said Chris's head blew up like his boat did.
Yeah, exactly. Mohammed Nassau has definitely got an invite to 360. I know he wants to come on, so he's got an open invitation.
Well, thank you
Yeah,
guys for inviting
he's
me. as well.
listening, but I believe he's driving it. Yeah. Oh no, he's. I think what happened is his sound system has an issue because he got a new laptop and he was configuring that. And he's in Hyderabad now. But I'm sure another time he will make it.
Thank you very much. Andy,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you.
for coming, buddy.
Thank you,
cheers,
gentlemen,
Andy.
and thank you, Ash. Really enjoyed today, and a lot of information there. So thank you, guys. for
Okay,
inviting
turn off
me
the
along.
live stream. You say hello, but bye. Turn off the live the live stream, please. Can you do that?